Today I'm gonna be taking you through steps how you can promote your server to a domain controller. If you're new here, please subscribe, hit that like button, and also comment so we can learn together. As you can see on my screen at this moment, this is my server 2016. I've already done the basics that are supposed to be done: changing the name, the IP address, enabling remote desktop, installing the updates, and changing the time zone. So those are the basics before you promote your server to a domain. If you don't know how to change those configurations, I have a video as well on my channel. But while in this video, I'll be taking you through steps how you can promote the server to a domain. When you look on my screen right now, you go to your right hand side on top here. There is manage, there is tools, there is view, and there is help. So we'll be using manage, and then we'll go here, add roles. We'll select add roles and features, and this add roles and feature will give us a wizard that will take us through the steps to promote our server to a domain. As you can see, it's giving us details here. You can go through. It says this wizard helps you to install roles, services, and features. You can determine which roles or services or features to install based on your computing needs of your organization, such as sharing document or hosting a website. To remove roles, remove services or features, start the remove roles and feature wizard. It continues. Before you continue, verify that the following tasks have been completed. The administrator account has a strong password, the network settings, that is a static IP address, is configured, and the current Windows updates are installed. Well, I talked about all this in my other video, what you're supposed to do. Then we'll say click next. When we click next, it also takes us through the process. It says select the installation type. You can install roles and features on the running physical computer with virtual machine, or on an offline virtual hard disk. Role-based feature, it's giving us two options: role-based or feature-based, and remote desktop services installation. So basically here you're using a remote, you're connecting remotely. Install required roles, features for virtual desktop infrastructure to create a virtual machine based on session or session-based desktop deployment. So with this time, we'll be using a role-based. We are not using a remote desktop service installation. We'll be using role-based. We click next. Then down here, it will show you how many servers do you have on your computer. At the moment we have one that's run. Take this one. This is the IP address, and then the operating system 2016 server edition. Select the server. So we select, because it's one, it's already selected. Then we click next, or you can read through. This page shows servers that are running Windows Server 2012 or newer release. It says here one computer is found. We'll click next. Then here, because we are installing or we are promoting our server to a domain, we will select Active Directory Domain Services so that we can promote this server to a domain. We'll select the second one, this one. Then this is the pop-up that will take us or to give us more information about the server roles that will be added when we install the domain controller. What will be included: remote server administration tools, role administration tools, ADDS and ADLDS tools, Active Directory module for Windows PowerShell, ADDS tools, Active Directory Administrative Center, ADDS snap-ins, and command line tools. These are the features that will be added when we promote our server to the Active Directory Domain Services. We'll click Add these features. Okay, when you add these features, it will be selected here. That means when we continue forward, we will be installing or promoting our server to a domain controller. You can keep reading through, but if you don't have time, then you can continue. We will choose next. When you choose next, these are just roles. It will say it apply group policy management, and it will install .NET Framework 4.6 features, 2 of the 7 installed. If there are some more you want to use according to your organization, they will let you know. But for now, we're going just promoting our server to a domain controller. We'll install or we'll choose next. When we choose next again, it gives us a pop-up where you can read through. It says Active Directory Domain Service stores information about users, computer, and other devices on the network. ADDS helps us administrators secure manage this information and facilitate resource sharing and collaboration between users. Things to note: they serve to help ensure that users can still log on to the network in case of a server outage. Install a minimum of 2 domain controllers for the domain. Like this is a backup, just to give you a note. If one server is down, if you have 2, then that will be good. We continue. ADDS requires a DNS server to be installed on the network. If you do not have a DNS server installed, you will be prompted to install the DNS server role on this machine. Of course, we will install a DNS server role on this machine because we don't have a DNS server installed. It continues down. Azure Active Directory separate online services. This is about Azure Active Directory. We choose next. It gives us also option to install the following roles, services, features on a selected server. Click install. Restart the destination server automatically if required. This is an optional features, but if you want to restart after installation, then it's okay. Okay, but we will not restart. When you click restart, it says if the restart is required, this server restarts automatically without additional notification. Do you want to allow automatic restarts? No. So we will not restart. We'll click or we choose install. So when you choose install, we're going to install all this or these are the features that will be installed along Active Directory domain services. We're gonna select install. So right now we are installing the features to Runtech DC1. These are the features, as you can see. These are the features that will be installed on Runtech Domain Controller 1. It will take some time. It will take us through different steps until when we're done with the installation. Even if you close this wizard, it will install, and then it will show you on top here. As you can see here, you see this notification on your right hand side. It means that the installation or the configuration required installation succeeded on Runtech DC1. We'll close. Then we will click on this notification. Then we are going to promote this server to a domain control. As you can see down here, it says the roles or the features are already installed. Now we're going to promote our server. You just click on this that says promote this server to a domain. Then once again there is a pop-up. Then it is asking us, it's telling us, well, select the deployment operation. Add a domain controller to an existing domain. Add a new domain to an existing domain. Add a new forest. Because this domain controller we are creating now, this is our first domain controller. We don't have any domain controller. We will choose add a new forest. But if you have more domain existing in your network, then you'll be adding domain controller to an existing domain. Or if you want to add more, like you have two different domain controller, then you'll be adding a new domain to an existing forest. So we choose add a new forest. Then right here, that's where you will write or you will input your domain controller name. What name do you want to use? I already have mine here. As you can see, I'm going to be using Runtech support. Oh, I can add on here IT support, Runtech IT support, small letters. So that's the domain I'm going to be using. Okay, I'll just copy. I may copy or I may type in. Let me see if it's possible to copy. It doesn't. So I'll see Runtech IT support.com. That's the domain name I'm gonna be using. Okay, then I'll click or I'll choose next. Then it's deploying. It's looking around. Is this name a variable or it's not a variable. If it's not a variable, then it will use that name. Then it takes us through the domain control option. Select the function level of the new forest and the root domain. Here it will depend what you want to use. 2016, where do you want to go? Is it 2008 or 2008 R2? It depends on you. For each functional level, how far do you want to go? Do you want to go? It may show even here, because now this is 2006, doesn't go to 2002. It just goes to 2008 server. I may choose 2008 forest, but because I'm not gonna use 2008, I'll just leave it to 2016. And down here, specify the domain controller capabilities: DNS, okay, global catalog, read-only domain controller. See, the domain system is selected by default, because you remember it told us in the wizard that we're supposed to install a DNS server if we don't have a DNS server already installed. Then here it's asking us for a password. Type the directory service root password. So this password, it is used for restoration. Let's say if your server has some problems, then you can use this password to restore your directory services. Okay, let's type in the password. You make sure you write down the password you've used for your restoration mode. I will write here my password, then I will click or choose next. Okay. You see, when I've entered the password, next is highlighted. I will click next. Specify DNS delegation option. Doesn't matter, it will depend on you. You want to specify DNS delegation option. If you don't want, you can read through what does it mean. You can read about here, what does it mean. But in this case, I will not specify the DNS delegation option. I'll just click next. Verify the NetBIOS name assigned to the domain and change it if necessary. This will be filled by, because you saw here it was running. So if it finds the NetBIOS, this is the NetBIOS that will be used on our server. Run tech IT support. Then you choose next. Okay, then here we are. Up here it says paths, then down specify the location of ADDS database log files and sys volume. So this is basically this is a database where we find the database for the server. This is log files if you need to find the logs, and this is for shared folders if you want to find the shared folders for the server. They will be in the system volume. So these are the location where you can find the database, the log files, and the sys file system volume. We just leave this as they are and we'll choose next. Now this is what we have configured. This is basically what we've configured. And down here it's saying this setting can be exported to a PowerShell script to automate additional installation. If you want to use this same configuration on a different or another server you want to promote, then you can use this configuration through automation. You can view the script, or if you don't want to use this same configuration, you can just click continue. In this case, we will just click continue. Here it is checking the prerequisite checks. It says prerequisites need to be validated before Active Directory domain services is installed on this computer. As you can see, we have received a green check. It means we've passed the prerequisite checks for the installation. Then we choose installation. Then you begin the installation of the domain controller. So now waiting for the DNS installation to get finished. Checking if group policy management console needs to be installed. Basically, to go through those steps until when we complete the installation. Here it's saying you're about to be signed out. The computer is being restarted because Active Directory services was installed or removed. As you can see, it has restarted by itself because it gave us a warning and we didn't click yes, so it had to restart. Okay, our computer has finished restarting. Then we log in. Okay, now you can see the changes. Before we were logging in as administrators. Now we are logging into our domain controller. That's a Runtime IT support. This was our NetBIOS, if you can remember well. This is our NetBIOS name. So we are logging on to our domain. Let's see how it looks like. When I choose here local server, you will see a difference. Wait on as it's loading. If you watched my other video, what you're supposed to do before you promote your server to domain controller. Before head down this domain to a showing work group. If you can go watch the other video and you come back and watch this video, you'll see that here, down here, this was showing work group. Now it is showing rantechitsupport.com because that's our domain. That's all I wanted to share with you in this video. Have a great day and praise. So do like and share and subscribe. I know you can do it, so we can learn and I can make more videos.